Anytime, and I repeat, anytime that we talk about Spider-Man, we always have to open with Maximum Carnage. Always. So, we got some Spider-Man stuff to talk about. So let's get to it. My name is Micah Curtis.
And I'm Alex Goblin, your friendly neighborhood Hatman.
Welcome to Micah and the Hatman, live. Before we get started, and we get to Hatman's pick, got a couple things to say. Happy birthday to Not the Last One and Daniel Parker in the chat. So happy birthday to both of you.
Birthday.
Daniel's birthday was yesterday. Knott's is today. So shoot them. Say a happy birthday to those guys. Also, Daniel Parker has a book on Indiegogo right now called Angels Awakening. Hard-boiled. Go fetch that link for people and drop it in the chat so that they can basically give the a birthday gift to Daniel by backing his comic. So
yes,
let's go ahead and get rolling. So Hatman, you played SpiderMan Remastered.
I did play SpiderMan Remastered.
Tell us about it.
It's basically the same game except they swapped face models.
I noticed that.
For Spider-Man. It's not as good. The excuse that I've seen was, well, it was to match someone who was better suited to Yuri Lowenthal's motion capture. No, I'm not buying it. Because the new face model doesn't fucking emote as well as the old one. And yes, the comparison to Tom Holland is very, very noticeable. Still, that is not as good. Is not as good. It was really jarring too, because in some scenes Spider-Man's face stood the fuck out from everything else. Like, it almost looked like a deep fake in a way.
Yeah.
It's hard to explain, but it not uncanny valley, but it looked very out of place. Something with shadows or whatnot. I don't fucking know. Quality of the image, I'm not sure. It just looked weird. It didn't look like it belonged there. So that kind of took me out of the experience. But thankfully, Spider-Man wears a mask most of the fucking time, so it doesn't fucking matter. Game is still the same. I mean, it's Spider-Man. But I did the thing. I played the fucking DLC.
Oh my god, Hatman.
I did the thing because I was informed that the only way that you can get the Into the Spider-Verse suit was through the DLC. So I did it. I played through the whole fucking DLC. It was bullshit. I hated it. I fucking hated it. The story was so goddamn stupid that I would have been pissed off if I actually paid for the fucking thing. I would have been absolutely fucking pissed. And not just that, but everything was so fucking fast. Like, it was just over in an instant. It wasn't fun. All the fucking side quests and stuff, they were fun in the original game, but no, what did we get instead? Screwball, who is probably the most annoying character that I have ever encountered. And yes, that's a big thing for me to fucking say. Screwball is goddamn annoying. Thank God she was barely in the main fucking game, but no, they just expand on her like she's practically a main fucking villain in this. Why? I don't know. Probably to give the fucking Gen Zer streamers some fucking credit, but no. In the words of Michael Jordan, fuck them kids.
I know why. I know why she was there. Sam Maggs
Why
is a
was she
shit
there?
writer.
Yes, well, that goes without saying. Sam Maggs is a shit writer, and there's a reason why she's not at Insomniac anymore. Thank God.
Indeed. Thank you, Jesus.
Yeah. So, in conclusion, yes, the original assessment is the same. Spider-Man, PlayStation, whatever. Good game. DLC not worth it. Don't fucking bother. Also, I played fucking Spider-Man Miles Morales without playing the DLC before, and I was able to get into it just fine. There's really nothing that you need to know from the DLC going into the next Spider-Man game at all. You can skip it. You can absolutely you should skip it. You should. It's trash. It's garbage. Fuck it.
There you go. I got a few donations while you were doing that. Servant threw in $1 said, starting the new show with metal, always nice. Also, happy birthday, boys. So happy birthday from Servant. Chaos Sonic throws in a couple bucks. First time he says, if Hatman is the friendly neighborhood Hatman, does that mean Micah is the lethal protector?
We
Yes.
are Venom.
Does that answer your question?
That's pretty good.
By the way, guys, my hands are right here. I did not put distortion on my voice there. And then Chaos Sonic threw in another $1 though, and it said, because you played the DLC, should we shame Hatman? No. He just needs to listen to me more often.
No, that's the thing. Like, I wasn't going to, and then I found out about the fucking suit. I'm like, I want that fucking thing. And then it turns out the suit wasn't even that fucking great. Like, total fucking letdown. I wasted my fucking time.
I'm of the opinion like the default suit is like one of the best ones in the game. I used that one a lot. I used the classic one a lot, and then the opinion like the default suit is like one of the best ones in the game. I used that one a lot. I used the classic one a lot, and then I used both of the Spider-Man 2099 ones a lot, and Scarlet Spider.
I used the Raimi suit for my PS4 playthrough, and I used the armored advanced suit, the white one, for this playthrough.
Oh.
Just because I was like, fuck it. I'll do something different. But no, I like the Raimi suit a lot.
All right, my turn.
I played the DLC, so y'all wouldn't have to. I'm not the fucking nostalgia critic. Don't do that.
Yeah. Don't punish people with that, guys. I used to have to work for them. Well, for the company. But anyway. So me, it was a little bit different. I saw a game on Game Pass, because I do that on occasion. I'll just check something out on Games Pass, see if I can grab it. And, I really wasn't quite sure about this one. I hadn't played a survival game in a while. So I was just kind of in the mood for it. And I saw Subnautica. And I'd heard about this game. I'd never played it. And I'm like, you know what? I want to give it a shot. And like I said, I haven't played a survival game in a while. The last one I played was Conan Exiles. just because I thought it was funny for my character to walk around, butt naked with a giant dong, like with swinging around with dawn fists and just murdering people. I just found it funny. I don't know why. It's
Fuck it, you know.
so I hadn't done it since then. So this one, I was like, you know what, this should be interesting, and I'll get to dive under the water and just explore some neat areas. It's in Unity, so it'll probably be buggy as fuck, but fuck it, why not? And man, I really ended up enjoying this game. It is shockingly tense. And the reason for that is there are certain things that they constantly keep into consideration. A, your oxygen, and B, crush depth. So if you get, let's say you get a small submersible, unless you upgrade that thing, you can only go so far as 200 meters beneath the surface. At that point, if you don't surface, your ship will collapse on itself. Another thing that made it very, very tense is that there are predators, not like dun 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 dun, not that kind of predator, but carnivores underneath the sea. So, I mean, this is on an alien world, so it's not like sharks, but it's the closest thing you're going to encounter to sharks. And then there are the Leviathans, or Leviathan-class creatures. Now, one of the Leviathan-class creatures is these big rays that are so big, they're called reefbacks. There are coral reefs literally on their backs that you can just literally just sit on and ride if you want to. And they're completely harmless. There's others that are fucking frightening. And the crazy thing about this game is its audio design's really good. So whenever you're beneath the ocean, you will hear these things. And whenever you get big noise in your headphones, you know that one of those things is close. And the way that I played it is I did it on a 3-monitor setup. So it's like stretched across all 3 monitors with these noise-canceling headphones in. I'll tell you right now, it was one of the most immersive experiences I've ever had in a video game. It was so fucking cool. Somebody asked if I encountered the Reaper. Yeah. I saw it from a distance. Just its silhouette. And I was like, nope. And I went right the other direction. I'm like, I am not going to deal with this fucking thing. The interesting thing about it is that it does have a story. It does have a point. It's a little bit more direct than like Minecraft, which I really enjoyed about it, because it kept giving me a reason to find new shit aside from just having new shit. The only problem is that there is a gap in the story. Like the middle of it like the pace pretty much dies. So I didn't end up buying the game. I ended up buying the sequel instead because I heard it didn't have that problem. So, and I'll probably review that one next week. Needless to say, though, this was a really, really good time sink. Surprisingly relaxing at times. Other times, surprisingly tense. When you're going into an area that you haven't explored yet, and then you hear the sounds of one of these Leviathan creatures, or even worse, you see one of them and it's coming right at you. Whoo, boy! Hopefully you wore your brown pants. Because, yeah, it's, like I said, it can be surprisingly intense. So, if you want to give it a shot, it's on Game Pass right now. It's actually on PS4, Xbox One, and Steam as well. If you don't have Game Pass. Servant, a couple donations real quick. Servant throws in a bucket and says, given how quick I jump whenever I think I hear an Enderman in Minecraft, I'm not going to get this game. Yeah, I might give you a heart attack if that's the case. Chaos Sonic threw in a bucket and said, default classic and comic was mine, negative suit against Mr. Negative for me on the Spider-Man game. Nice. Chaos Sonic throws in another bucket and says, that begs the question, if you're willing to play below zero, I already bought it actually. And he said, also, the Reaper Leviathans are scary as fuck to encounter, especially in a Seamoth, so you made the right choice running away. Well, I got caught by one once. But I upgraded my Seamoth, the submersible, to where it gives an electric shock whenever a predator tries to grab it. So it grabbed me, and then that shock was administered, and then it let me go. So that's the one way to kind of keep the Leviathans off of you. So, and then somebody asked, did I go into the dead zone? I don't know any of the names of it. So, let me see, let me look around and see if I did. This thing. Right. So, I did, and then basically what happened was I hit the edge of it. And, it said it gave me a warning. It said, warning, several Reaper class creatures dwell in this area, not to mention there is little flora nor fauna. Do you really wish to explore this? The instant the AI asks me that, the Ghost Leviathan just bumps me. Like, get the fuck out of my way, kid. Like, it's like the big thing fucking shoulder checked me. I saw that thing and I'm like, nope! I'm gone! I'm out! Peace! Peace, love, and happiness. I'm not a crook. Like, fuck. I'm gone. So yeah. I got the fuck out of there. that was not... I was like, I'm not going there again. No. Not unless I have to. Fuck that. Yeah. So, I do recommend it, though, if you want it. Though, I've started playing the sequel. There are some anti-frustration features in that I would say get the sequel instead of the original, but it's completely up to you. They play so similar, it really doesn't matter which one you buy. So. Alright. So, Hatman.
Yes.
What the heck is going on with Horizon 2?
Apparently they changed up the face model for main character. Alloy, I think is her name. I haven't played Horizon. I don't know how to pronounce it either. And some people got upset on the internet, and generally it just kind of went away. And then came the tweets about how she looked masculine in her new look, and here's how she can look more feminine, and it's like a shopped picture of her with like a fuck ton of makeup on and shit, and everyone lost their goddamn minds. And of course the whole beta gamer males, don't know what makeup is and shit. And then it turns out that no, the OP of the tweet was trolling the entire time and used it to be an asshole, and everyone fucking fell for it. Why the fuck does this keep happening?
I don't know. People always take the bait.
Why the fuck? They do.
I'm watching the trailer right now as we discuss this. I see hermit crabs. I like hermit crabs.
I like hermit crabs too. We're actually going to get a couple of hermit crabs for, class pets, but so I don't get hermit crabs. But there will be hermit crabs in my near future at the very least.
Okay, so Alloy has shown up. I know nothing about this game series, so I can't really say like one or the other thing about it. I'm seeing giant mecha turtle. I like turtles.
Yeah.
So...
She's supposed to be like a cave person, like like a Neanderthal almost.
Okay. Man, visually this looks really impressive. I'm not seeing a problem, at least as of yet. I mean, she looks like a girl.
Yeah, like, and that's the thing. Like the camera angle of the photo in question made it look like she had a really fucking fat looking face. And then you see like other camera angles and you're like, okay, I don't see the issue here.
Yeah, I mean,
So I don't know.
so far I'm not really seeing it. Um, I've noticed the character model is slimmer than the last game.
Yeah. Yeah, free on the PlayStation. So I think it's free on like PlayStation Now or something. And I accidentally bought a year of PlayStation Now, so I have to fucking use it for something, don't I? So
Yeah.
I might give it a shot, but I mean, it's not been high up on my to do list. So
Yeah, I don't see an issue with it. I mean, the only the only thing I'm seeing with her is like she's kind of got chubby cheeks. Like that's about it. But
yeah, and
yeah,
that's
like her model is slimmed down significantly. Yeah, that's basically about it. She's kind of got a chubby face. So she's here's the thing. She's not like, let me see if I can get a freeze frame of her. There we go. Um she's very plain looking. That would be the only thing I would say. It's a very plain looking character, you know. Looks like the average girl. And like I said, like her player model, like her outfit is tighter in certain places, if you get my meaning. She looks slimmer because I think people mentioned in the first game she looked a little chubby. So I don't know. I don't see the controversy here.
I I don't either. And frankly, if it's trolling anyway, then it's just making shit up, and everyone fell for it because of course they did. Not everything is a culture war, y'all.
Yeah.
Not everything is a fucking culture war.
Just yeah. I don't get it. I don't get it. Otherwise, I mean, it looks like it's got an interesting world. I mean, again, I've never played it, so I don't really I don't know. Dirty Dan throws it a bucket and says she looks like Nikocado Avocado. Don't know who that is.
I don't know.
Youngblood Ray threw in $5 said got the games for my Switch. So this helps. He's probably talking about Subnautica there. Internet celebrity. No, she doesn't look like that at all. No. No. Okay. Like I'm looking at images of her right now. She just again, she's very plain looking. You know, that's really about it.
Yeah. Controversy. Nothing burger. Why are we losing our shit over this? Stop giving people who hate you ammunition to further their hate for you.
Yeah, I really don't know like what really else there is to say about it. I mean, I've always wanted to try Horizon.
Well,
from what I saw, the whatchamacallit, the monster design's really good. Yeah, I don't. What's the issue, guys? Like,
I don't know. Black Knight Rex says there was an interview from the devs that they think the only way a woman can be strong is by being masculine.
huh?
Or at least that added fuel to the fire. Oh God. And you know that's a whole separate thing, but I guess tangentially related. Why in the holy mother of fuck do people think that strong female characters have to effectively be dudes with tits? Like you can have a strong female character who is super fucking feminine. I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't fucking get it. Why?
Dirty Dances he posted in Vidya in the Discord. Let's have a look. No, not really, dude. Eyebrow shape is different. The overall facial shape is different too. Cheekbones are in a different place.
I mean, like, I've seen women that look like that too. Like, let's be fucking real.
Yeah. Not to mention there is
So
such a thing as
it's
a
not
bad there is such a thing as a bad angle.
Yeah. There is such thing as a fat, and a fat face is not a fucking masculine feature either. Let's be fucking
Yeah,
real.
I have a fat face. I mean, come on.
It's, yeah. So,
Trying to find this interview saying that she's supposed to be masculine. I'm seeing a lot of talk about it being a risk from Sony's end, which is true. I mean, generally speaking, it is considered a risk to have a female lead instead of a male lead.
yeah.
But that's just statistics, but it's not, there are exceptions to the rule. I mean, Laura fucking Croft, for God's sake.
Yeah.
Seeing whining about an anti-male message. But that's a GameFAQs thread, so... Geeks and Gamers calling something woke. It's a day ending in Y.
Mm-hmm.
Not really finding it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Controversy.
I'm
Calling it.
Yeah, this is definitely a controversy. I know. I think that people are making a stink to make a stink on both ends, by the way.
Yeah. I think I'm done talking about this. I think let's talk about something more positive
Yeah, so let's
and
go ahead and
controversies.
yeah, let's put this on the end of it. It's like again, yeah, not everything is culture war. Um,
Yeah.
I don't really think that. I'm looking at older screenshots of the character. I don't think she looks max skill, and I'm looking at new ones. I don't think she does either. Again, very plain looking. Um, but then
Yeah.
again, if you're in a post-apocalyptic scenario, you're not exactly going to be putting on makeup, are you? So,
Truth.
yep, definitely going to put that as a controversy. That is some bullshit. Real quick, let me read a couple donations. Demos throws in a bucket said the main protagonist looks pretty as she is. Yeah, being in post-apocalyptic future, I doubt makeup is a necessity, and we rarely get redheads in the media anymore, so it's an A+. Yeah, they could have race swapped her.
Yeah, that's true.
There was probably pressure to race
Ginger
swap
side
her.
is real.
There was
The
probably
ginger
pressure
side
to
is
do
real.
it, and they didn't do it. So let's count our blessings that Horizon 2 didn't make her super fat, black with a giant afro, walking up to the big machine turtle and going, mm-hmm. That could have happened. Count your fucking blessings. So. Oh, real quick, another donation. Serena throws in a bucket and says, "It's why I love female characters like Bayonetta, Sailor Moon, etc. The feminine characters is one of the reasons I made my female characters, including the tomboys, look feminine." Well, again, I don't think she looks not feminine at all. Not to mention her player model. Like, as she's walking, she's got short, slimmer shoulders and wide hips. That's a chick. That's a lady. Maybe not a supermodel, but that is a woman. So I am not confused about that at all. So out am I?
It's you who's out, Gobby. Out of your mind.
Yeah. So the rumor mill is going around. The good news is that Willem Dafoe may be brought back as Norman Osborn, the Green fucking Goblin. I hear the plot is going to be that he fucked Gwen Stacy and there were a couple of clones.
Shut up! I will turn this fucking show around!
Oh shit.
Still not over that shit.
But no, Willem Dafoe being brought back as the Green Goblin. I am very happy with this news. I am not happy that the rumor mill is also saying that they're going to try to do a live action Spider-Verse thing, because that sounds like a fucking disaster. If you want to recast them as a particular character, by all means, do it. You don't need to let's not do this all over again. Like, let's just do a thing here. Let's do a thing. Okay. No, you don't get to shame me because that joke is still funny, but the way that like, I'm just gonna rant for a sec. We don't need a Spider-Verse. We don't. We don't need to explain why you're casting Willem Dafoe as Norman Osborn. You don't need to explain Alfred Molina being cast as Otto Octavius. You don't. You don't have to. You don't. You're casting them again because they're really fucking good actors. That's it. They played the role well the first time. Now they're playing the role again. And to be honest with you, like I I really like the idea of Norman Osborn being under the direction of somebody who is not trying to do um, a Sam Raimi impression or just being Sam Raimi. I like Sam Raimi as a director. I never really thought he was that great for Spider-Man. I think there are certain scenes that his touch was very good, but in other places not so much. I think a lot of that has to do with the fact, though, that Tobey Maguire was a very boring Spider-Man, which is another thing that, like, needs to be said. Like, Tobey Maguire is not that good of a Spider-Man. He's a good mild-mannered Peter Parker. He is not a good Spider-Man.
Yeah. It's like Andrew Garfield was not a good Peter Parker, but he was a good Spider-Man, smartass.
Yeah, exactly. Whereas Tom Holland has the balance.
That's all things should be.
The way that a lot of people don't need to like think about this, like how perfect his lines were in Civil War. Like, are those wings carbon fiber? Yeah, I'd like to explain the rigidity flexibility ratio, but that's just so cool. That's a Peter Parker nerd out. And then, hey, buddy, I think you dropped this. And then he chucks something at him. That's like, he nailed it. He can be a nerd and be funny simultaneously. So, not to mention...
Trying to work on his fucking badass talk. You have the right to remain silent.
Yeah. So, on top of that...
Kid Peter Parker.
On top of that, they recast what's his face as J. Jonah Jameson.
J.K. Simmons.
J.K. Simmons. So he will get those pictures of Spider-Man. The fact of the matter is that, like, aside from Peter Parker, I'm of the opinion that the casting in some of those movies was really good. So why not just bring the actors back? You know, again, there's no reason not to do so. There just isn't. You know, it doesn't make any sense to me.
And that's the thing. Like, it's kind of hard to do a Spider-Verse movie without some of the more iconic villains. And of course, the Raimi ones are going to be the most iconic. Like, some rumors are saying that Thomas Hayden Church is even going to come back as Sandman, which
I wouldn't be against it.
And I wouldn't be against it either. I thought he did great. Just obviously, you know, don't bring back fucking what's his face from that 70s show.
We don't have to worry about that.
No,
we don't.
No, we have our Eddie Brock. We have our Eddie Brock. We fixed that mistake.
Mm-hmm.
But no, fucking. Therein lies an issue, though, of how in the hell are they going to be, supposedly, as the rumor mill says, the same iterations of these characters from the Sam Raimi movies and the Mark Webb movies, because Jamie Foxx's Electro is supposed to be in it.
Yeah, because they dead.
They're dead. They're dead, except in the case of Sandman. But Sandman doesn't want to be a villain anymore. So why the fuck he a villain, yo?
Yeah.
Just why? That make any fucking sense. Just like Doc Ock too. How the fuck? Even if he was not dead, he was redeemed.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Really, what this tells me is Sony is finally putting their Sinister Six film together as an MCU Spider-Man movie, the one they've always fucking wanted to do.
Or at least they're setting up for one.
And yeah. And this is the way to do it. And by, I guess, bribing people with the idea that you're going to see Tobey Maguire as Peter Parker again. You're going to see Andrew Garfield as Peter Parker again. You're going to see the completion of those character arcs.
This is
like,
shitty incentive.
Okay. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing what the fuck, you know, Tobey's Peter Parker got up to after Spider-Man 3. I wouldn't mind seeing that. But Fucking. I I want to see it, of course, because the fan service is too much of a draw for me. But yeah, it does kind of smell like Sony is meddling a little bit too much
Yeah.
and throwing too much at the fucking wall, like they always fucking do, shooting their load too goddamn early.
Yeah, that's the problem. Don't do that. Like, if you want your Sinister Six movie, yeah, just in the next film, you've got one thing people forget: the Green Goblin never led the Sinister Six.
No.
That was always an Octavius thing. But you
Mm-hmm.
start setting them up in this one. For the next movie, you have Spider-Man and Venom versus the Sinister Six. You're gonna make $1 billion.
Oh, absolutely.
You're gonna make Avengers money. Um, at some point, you give Venom the spider on his chest. Like, it'll be fucking dope. Um, yeah, the leaks say Gwen dies. Well, that's the thing though. Like, there's been a lot of MCU leaks that weren't true.
Yeah.
So I tend to take everything with a very big grain of salt whenever it comes to that. Then again, like any leaks that have supposedly came out of Disney for the last, I think somebody mentioned it to me, like 9 or 10 months, have all been wrong. Food for thought. So if Defoe returns as Green Goblin though, I'm all over it. I think that again he's perfect for the character. Um, yeah, I'm interested to see how it goes. Honestly, I think that he did a fantastic job first time around. He'll do a great job again. So
Yeah. Fucking somebody else in the chat said it. I don't remember who. Fucking. I want to see, even if it's as a cameo, Bruce Campbell as Mysterio.
well, Mysterio's dead
I
though.
do.
So
Yes, but if this is a multiverse thing, they can pull something off.
nah, I would rather see Bruce Campbell play a different character in the MCU.
I want him to be fucking, because that was what he was. That was supposed to be his cameo in Spider-Man 4. I I really want that fucking payoff. I want that payoff.
Nah, I would rather him play a different kind of a character. Um, Problem is he's kind of getting up there in age. That's kind of the unfortunate thing.
Yeah, that's true.
Um, Trying to think who would I really like to see him play. He wasn't a bad guy at first, but nah, I wouldn't want to do that. Um, Having a hard time thinking of the character's name. And somebody that hasn't been in there. I actually wouldn't mind seeing him try to do Rhino. But
I don't know if he'd be able to pull that off.
if you want a character with a bunch of faces, um
Chameleon.
yeah, Chameleon would be interesting to see him do. I'd be all over that. Or Hobgoblin.
Which Hobgoblin, though?
Any of them. Well, not Phil Urich because Phil's dead in this universe, but Well, unless they say that the Netflix stuff isn't canon, in which case not Phil Urich, Ben Urich. In which case, cast him as Ben Urich then.
Yeah.
Have him be one of Peter's mentors.
I was about to say, let's do Kingsley Hobgoblin.
Anywho, a couple of donations came in. Servant threw in a bucket and said Spider-Verse is always a dumb idea. If not, it's not needed. If this happens, MCU takes another big hit. Youngblood says, honestly, what brings down Tom Holland Spider-Man is they made him dependent on Iron Man. Well, we've gone over that for ages. I'm tired of going over it again.
Yeah.
Technically, Simps throws a bucket and said technically Green Goblin's sort of dead, but Ultimate Spider-Man comics, there was also the Sinister 12, I think, in Marvel Knights. Yeah, that's true. The Sinister 12 is a little bit different, but point being is that the original Sinister Six was a Doc Ock thing. It was usually a Doc Ock thing.
Yeah.
So, anyway, time for Q&A. So, Diva wants to know.
Action screwball.
She says here, she just started playing Nier Automata. I have to say, I definitely see why you love this game, not just 2B's assets. It plays great. Story is sad but unique. Characters, especially Adam Eve and 9S, are brilliant. Thank you for introducing me to the game. My sister from another mister is most pleased about me finally playing it. Well, I'm glad you're liking it, Diva. I never finished it, but what I played I really enjoyed. Raya says, since E3 is this month, are there any games we're looking to be announced? Supposedly we are supposed to get more Resident Evil news. I'm curious about what that's going to be.
Some DLC, I imagine.
The other thing I'm curious about is whether or not they're going to announce the next part of Final Fantasy Remake that takes place after Intergrade. So, what do you think, Hatman?
Not so much an announcement, but I want to finally see what the fuck is happening with Metroid Prime 4. I need my Metroid fix, man.
Right, but
Been too long.
But Hatman, you forgot something.
What?
Nintendo only makes Mario, Zelda, and Smash now.
They make Amiibo too.
Derek Mozzarella wants to know, what is the most underrated first-person shooter in our opinion?
Damn, that's a good question. My instincts want to say Fear, but I think Fear kind of got overrated around the time that Fear 3 dropped. And that's the thing.
Underrated shooters. That is a tough question. I'm gonna say Crysis 2. Everybody talks about Crysis like it's just a benchmark. The second game is actually really good.
Mm-hmm. I might just go with Fear anyway because it's mostly been forgotten about at this point. So, fuck it.
There we go. Melee Brawler says, if you had to choose one PlayStation character to appear as a fighter in Smash, who would it be and why? Crash Bandicoot.
Rayman technically doesn't count.
Nope, that's Ubisoft.
I think technically, well, and Crash is Activision now.
Ah, damn it, you're right.
So, PlayStation exclusive character? Um, fine question indeed. For Smash, who would be good? And see, here I am thinking of like, okay, well, who are the characters from PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale that would translate well?
But most of those were third party.
They still had the first party ones. Yeah, that's a tough one.
If not Crash, then Kratos. And I mean, and not young Kratos. I mean, dad of boy Kratos.
Dad of boy Kratos.
And every time he hits you, he goes boy.
Miguel Barrera says Ratchet and Clank. Ratchet and Clank probably would translate really well. Dart from Legend of Dragoon. Oh, don't remind me. Don't remind me, man.
Still
I hate that he never got his fucking DLC finished. Ugh. Makes me so fucking mad.
There you go.
Yeah.
Alright, let's move on. Character has meaning from SGD. What do you prefer? Character has meaningful development over the course of the story they're in, or a more enjoyable flat character who never develops over the course of the story they're in? The former, not the latter.
Yes.
Character development for the win.
Yeah. If they're only in it for like an hour of the fucking movie, but they're the most memorable character, you've succeeded. It's plain and simple.
Yeah. Servant says, podcast started, Bob Iger sold half of his Disney stock while sitting as chairman of the board of Disney. For the numbers, it's close to 100 million. What do you make of it? He's on his way out. That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, he's cashing out while he still can.
Yeah.
Also, because Disney's stock is probably going to still tank for a while.
It's going to go down before it goes back up. I mean, they're going to, not until theaters start opening up everywhere again, is Disney stock going to be going back up.
Not just that, but once they start lifting the attendance cap at their theme parks, too.
Yep,
that's a huge fucking thing.
Hardboiled says, what games do you think vehemently should have gotten a sequel by now but haven't?
Legend of Dragoon.
I've never played it, but
that's so good. Should have gotten a sequel by now. Beyond Good and Evil 2 should have come out years ago, but still hasn't.
That keeps turning into vaporware constantly.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Hard questions today. Hard fucking questions.
Yeah. Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance.
That's a good one. That's a good one. That one should have had more. That one should have had more. I'll say this. I don't know if it's out of line or not. I think we should have had another Vice City GTA by now.
Yeah.
But then again, it takes forever, apparently, to develop those fucking games, so...
Well, not to mention, Rockstar, the Hauser brothers don't work there anymore.
Yeah.
So...
Oh, well.
I think they're gonna milk GTA 5 into perpetuity. To be honest with you, see here. Crystal Hydra says, because we're gonna go to the chat now. How do you think the Moon Knight TV show will go? I've come to love the character, and there's no way.
How do you know about Moon Knight?
No way Disney and the MCU's PG-13 style can do him justice. I think that he's going to call up Dracula and be like, "Hey, where's my money, you fucking nerd?" And he's going to throw a bunch of stuff at him and go, "Random bullshit, go!" In all seriousness, though, I think they'll probably be fine with it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, well. Excuse me. Looks like we had a latecomer to the Discord.
Chaos Sonic says, for me, Sony ones Crash, Abe, Spyro, and Spike would have all been good ones. G. James says, currently going through the Harry Potter books and enjoying them. Why are so many fans liberal? It's more that there's a lot of young people who really liked Harry Potter and didn't like much else. So
yeah,
they didn't
read any other fucking book.
Yeah, the only lens that they can look at the world through is through Harry Potter.
Yeah,
which sucks because
keep in mind
Star Wars is better.
Yeah, keep in mind too. The people who grew up with Harry Potter were like millennials and late stage millennials for the most part. So you got your Gen Z mixed in there too. So those two generations lean more left than any other by a large margin. So naturally, yes, that it makes sense just from a demographics point of view.
Yeah. John Weitzel wants to know, can Hatman do ribeye steaks as a pick of the week? If he can do chicken sandwiches, I see no reason why he can't do good ribeyes. I don't know, do you want to spend an entire week eating ribeye steak?
If I had the fucking money, yeah, but like, do you want me to go to different chain restaurants and review their ribeyes? Or do you want me to like go just cook different cuts of beef and eat them instead?
That would be a tough one.
I mean, honestly, at this point, like if somebody wants to pay me to go out for multiple steak dinners across the week, like 5 steak dinners in a week, I'll gladly do it.
That's a lot of money, though.
I need the money for it. That's like ribeye, depending on where you fucking get it from, like it could be upwards of like $30 fucking dollars.
Yeah. And just as a heads up, guys, I do apologize, but Grumpy Micah is becoming Sleepy Micah.
Oh no.
So we got a couple of minutes left before the cringe. Serena threw in a buck though and said thoughts on the Sandman Netflix series. Neil Gaiman pissed off a lot of people with his response to the casting of Death. Yeah, I'm of the opinion that he really should have just shut up.
Yeah.
Because the thing about it is that the actress could end up doing a really good job.
Yeah.
So
I kind of hate the revisionist, like this was always intended history when no, not really. Just like people use the same fucking arguments with Dr. Manhattan being a black dude in the HBO Watchmen. Like, okay, yes, he has the power of a god. He can change himself into one, but saying that he was always black is just...
No.
You're ignoring the source material. You're literally ignoring it.
I mean...
Why does everything have to be a culture war?
His name was John Osterman. Yeah, I'm going to be honest. There's one word that name screams, it's what he was. He was Jewish!
Mm-hmm.
Fuck! But anyway. The opinion, like... cast whoever, But there are ways to make you look like the character. If we're going to excuse blackface for Ralph Northam, I'm willing to excuse whiteface for the chick who plays Death in Sandman. She wants to paint herself white, go for it. She can be the Black Robert Downey Jr.
But the Black Israelites. Oh God.
Let's not.
God.
Okay.
No, please.
Mods, get those fucking questions. It is time for Le Cringe. And only one person submitted some. So we've got the Godzilla rap by Caveman Bob. Now, because we have run into copyright with these before, I have to play this on my other computer, and you just get to see my reaction, because I'm sick and tired of getting fucking flagged. I am of the opinion that we have some spite watchers that do it, but I could be wrong. It could just be automated. But regardless, let's have a look at this and see what it thinks. You got it pulled up yet, Hatman?
Yeah, tell me when.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go. This is not a rap.
Yeah, this is not a rap. Was that a Monty Python reference?
Yes.
Good. I forgot how stupid the Godzilla suit from Godzilla vs. King Kong looked.
Yeah.
Then again, King Kong's suit in that movie looked really bad too.
Oh yeah. Looked like really bad Super Sentai.
Yep. Okay, that was pretty good.
So that doesn't sound like, that's not a rap song. That sounds like
No.
he tried to make a Godzilla song in the style of Devo. From, if you don't know who Devo is, look up Whip It. Into shape. Shape it up. Get it straight.
It's not too late.
Oh, it's not too late. Anyway. Meh. Not really cringy.
Meh.
Just kind of meh.
Yeah.
Well, before we close this out, the fact of the matter is, if you're going to do a song about Godzilla, the greatest Godzilla song has already been done. Oh, wait, never mind. Zion the Blank gave us another one. So it looks like Hatman the Anime has been chosen again.
Oh, God. Here we go again.
Fighting...
Yes, no, the greatest is Blue Oyster Cults.
Yeah.
Godzilla, obviously.
I was actually listening to that while I was playing Subnautica. Was just listening to random Blue Oyster. For some reason, whenever I'm exploring something in a survival game, I'm listening to Blue Oyster Cult. But I was listening to that and rocking out. So, well, that and Space Truckin'
Good choice.
by Deep Purple. But anyway, so Hatman the anime fighting games. Don't toy with me, Miss Nagatoro.
Oh god.
This will be interesting.
Tell me when.
When? 'That main character looks so much like you without a beard.
It does look like me from high
facial
school. I'll be
expressions
real.
too.
It looks like me from high school when I wasn't wearing my hat. God damn.
Expert Sam Show player over there. Fucking Chun-Li's lightning kicks.
Shit fail. Called a hustle, son.
She called him a fucking scrub. That's great.
Oh my fucking god.
Now here's the sad part. I've dated women that whenever we're playing each other in a video game, they will cheat like that. So
Yeah, so have I.
now I'm not gonna hold it against
not
them.
dated women like that too.
I'm not gonna hold it against them. And we got another one. From Daniel Parker this time. Now just line them up. Konosuba, Perverted Darkness. Okay.
Well, yeah, y'all heard anime cringe, and here we go. At least it's not VTubers this time.
Surprisingly. Hit it.
All right.
Ostriches?
Ostriches.
Oh, what? Why did she jump into the ropes?
Because she's a goddamn pervert. Yep, she's into that shit.
Uh, in, in the words of Yakko, good night, everybody. Fucking